Anyways, guys, before anything else, please, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, okay? It only takes you 1 second. 1 second of your time, not much. I'm not asking for entire hour like I give you guys every day. All I'm asking for is just 1 second. Hit that like button, okay? Hit that subscribe. We are trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers, okay? And also don't forget to share so that all the millionaire minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow, okay? That's it. I can't contain myself. I can't. Yeah. Some people are doing somersaulting on the bridges right now. Yeah. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money, and so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Yeah, everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, yeah, Kasanga, yeah. I tried to warn you, right? I tried many times to warn you, but nobody paid attention. If you did, congratulations. If you didn't, and you are jumping head first, I don't know what to tell you, okay? But we're going to look at the market performance for the past 24 hours, right? Right after that, we will check out prices in details. And once we're done with that, we are going to check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But before that, yeah, it's a brand new year, okay? It's a brand new year. Things are fresh. Everybody's just, I don't know, those of you who drink, maybe you are still in your festivity modes. But you guys got to understand something. For the financially free people who want to be financially free or financially stable, we do not have time to waste. We don't. A new year means new goals, new settings, new everything you have to reach. You have to make up decisions on what you want for yourself, okay? And all that stuff begins at the beginning of the year. Now, saying the things that you want for that year is one thing. Achieving those things is another thing differently. So yeah, I'm going to sit here again, as I always sit, to cheer you up, to tell you you are capable. You can do this thing. It's not magic. It doesn't require excuse me. Damn, these fucking scammers, man. They upgrade. Now they change it as if it was a WhatsApp. I don't even know how to get your numbers. But anyways, it's forget about that. Well, where were we? These are things like, again, wishing for it is one thing. Actually achieving it is another one. So when you make those kind of New Year resolutions or your yearly goals, you have to make them as simple as possible, okay? Me personally, I usually say, okay, you know what? This year, I want to achieve, for example, by the end of the year, I want to have in my bank account, let's say, 10% of my yearly income in my savings, okay? For example, if you are making not just 10%, let's just take a number, any number out there. If you are making, let's just say, $10,000 a year, okay, you want to make sure that by the end of that year, in your savings account, you at least have $2,000. That means whatever that happened that year, you have $2,000 left. Okay, that way, when you start next year, you are starting with $2,000 more than you had. You understand? So you guys remember I told you my own is simple. Every paycheck I cut in 4 and I do stuff. Now, you can start from zero to becoming something bigger this year. You can. There's no limit where you should start if you want to be financially free. There's no limit. Again, is the mindset, the will of wanting to actually do it. To want the will to actually want to get from worst to best is the will. Okay, but now the mistake I see so many times that a lot of people make, which I was part of it, okay, is that you start investing without planning. Like I usually tell you guys, okay, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. It's that simple. So first of all, you have to have a plan. And that's the reason why when I get paid, I cut my check in 4. That's what I usually do. Because some people, for example, they make $1,000, okay? Instead of planning, they take that whole $1,000, put into investments. And we already know life doesn't play as we plan it, right? Life throws curveballs at you. And now let's just say you have $1,000, you put into investing, and before you know it, the car breaks down. Now you need to pay the mechanic. What do? Go get your money that you just invested, close that investment down, and go repair your car, because you need your car to work, right? A lot of people, they see that as repetitive, and now you know what, the investment is not going anywhere, I will stop. That is a red flag, okay? But let's just say you are starting with $1,000. You get paid, you cut it into 4, $250 goes into investment, $250 goes into your savings, $250 goes to your daily needs, let's say food, gas, whatever, and then the other $250 goes into your rainy day check. Meaning, if the car breaks down, at least you have $250 to start working on it. So, because if you do it, let's say the next 3 you get paid, people get paid bi-weekly. I don't know how you get paid, but if you get paid every 2 weeks, that means at the end of the month you have $500 in that rainy day check. Okay, so $500 for your car in case it breaks down, in case you fall sick, in case any emergency happens. Okay, that's the number one thing. And plus you have savings, which means like as the time go by, okay, 6 months down the line, you're going to have you $6,000 because you've been every 2 weeks, or man, you're going to have you $3,000 because every 2 weeks you've been putting $250 into your savings account, and at the same time on your investment account, you have also been putting $250 every 2 weeks. Again, I put my mouth where my money is. You guys see it here. Every 2 weeks, I buy Kaspa. Every 2 weeks, I buy stocks. Every 2 weeks. So my investment account is different from anything else. I still have savings accounts in which if my son is sick, I got money for it. But again, people don't think that way. Everybody's trying to run before they even learn how to walk. That is a big problem that I see when I talk to people, okay? And again, that is the funniest part of it, okay? Oh yeah, before I forget, that my friend who was asking for Italian language guy, it is in your settings, okay? Check your YouTube settings, and you can do the dubbing in Italian language. It's not me. I selected the language, so YouTube chooses. I don't know why that thing works like that, but I hope they fix it, so that way you can also understand what we talk about here. And I apologize if YouTube does not do it on your area, okay? But try to set your language to Italian, okay? It should be fixed by now. Anyway, back to it. So as a brand new year, we are now sitting here. Most people are going to tell you, no, we can't do it. Oh no, you'll be broke. Oh no, you do this. The easy thing to do is look at your own limits. You cannot invest as if you own $1 million when your own limitation is just $10,000. You also need to know not just the amount that you are making, your risk tolerance. Some people like me, we can afford to. I'm gonna use crypto because crypto is what we're talking about here most of the time. People like me, I can afford to invest on spot. I can also afford to invest on leverage. Now, if you cannot afford to do both, you have to choose one. Me, if I was making less in a year, I would just choose on spot, because on spot market, where the market goes up or down, I still hold my coins. The value might go up or down, yeah, but I still hold them. But again, You have to know what coins you are choosing, because people, look at it right now. The market started to rally up, right? Because like I've been telling you, we are not in the bear market. They're going to pump the market. They're going to pump the market. Everybody and their grandmama was talking about, no, you are down there. You are not going to go high. The top was $125,000, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I keep telling you, you have to understand the market dynamics. You are not going down. Guys, precious metals pump. Stock market pump. Everything else went up, but crypto hasn't run. The opposite happened, because everybody and their grandmama was telling you money is going to trickle down. And I've been here, I think it's been more than a year and a half, going to 2 years right now, telling you this bull run is different ever since we started accepting paper crypto. What do I mean by that? Ever since the introduction of ETFs, Bitcoin ETF, Crashlandia ETF, the Raccoons ETF, whatever you want to call them, crypto has changed. Now big money is involved, and when big money is involved, money is not going to trickle down to all those assets. No, it is going to go from crypto to the stock markets, because it is simple logic. This big money, they are used to the stock market. They are used to try to hedge into stock, into precious metal. Therefore, money is going to go from crypto to stock, to precious metals, and whatever they want to say it, not back into crypto until time comes when they are going to realize, like, yeah, economy is fucked. When that time comes, they are going to start running back into crypto, and then it's not going to be into just that crypto. No, they are going to start running into Bitcoin. And we know Bitcoin, everything else is tied to the hip, which means Bitcoin goes up, some assets starts to go. Some people, you're going to see, like, let's say, like things like meme coins, you're going to see them pump a little, because people are going to try to replicate what those coins did in the past. What is the probability that they go that high? You don't know. I told you guys, I'm not going into meme coins right now. The time I'm going to go into meme coins is when I'm going to short the market, because the price downwards is guaranteed. The one going up, we don't know. We don't know about it. So yeah, you sit here today. It's a brand new year, 2026. Where do you want to be at the end of the year? That's the main question. The second question, how are you going to get there? Because now, I told you, it might not make sense right now when I said Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, and Cash. It might not make sense right now, but it will in a very short term. Just watch. We got a couple of weeks, maybe months. You are about to see. Okay? Because right now, as you see, Jasmine's running, Quant is running, Bitcoin is running. Yeah, short term, like I said, we're going to make money. When time comes, you take profits, you hold that cash, because that's when shit is going to hit the fan. Okay, look at, for example, look at this. Let's look at gold right quick, because a lot of people keep saying, oh yeah, I don't know what you're looking at. Oh, I don't see what you're doing, and blah, 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 this and that. And I keep telling you, this, my friend, is where you have to start looking. This is ah la la. See? What do you see? Gold, again, even if they try to, I told you it's going to come down, it's going to retest, and down we went. They tried to pump it, retest, and down we went again. Now, if you look at it, look at what we got. Shoulder, okay? Oh, come on, these people. Here, okay, here we go. We have a shoulder, we have a head, and we are now forming another shoulder, right? Which means this thing might go back again, touch this, and bam. Okay, try to see if they're gonna pump it back up here. And if it fails, yep, down we went. I still think it's gonna go down, because no matter how you look at it, look at the ribbon. What do you see? Red and pointing downwards, right? That's the first thing I look at when I look at this kind of stuff. Is he gonna form a second shoulder? I don't think so. Okay, but well, let's watch. It's the weekend. Let's see what happens Monday. And again, look at it on the 4-hourly. You have to understand, gold is running on fumes. I've been saying it here, and I will keep saying it. Look at the ribbon. See? Ribbon is going down. That's what's happening, okay? Which means this price action is going to come to retest the moving average. As we always say, price always follows moving average, okay? Now, if you want to look at it on the daily, okay, look at it on the daily. What do you see? See the ribbon? Still green, but it is going this way. First, we usually have the 1 hour resetting, then we will have the 4 hour resetting, and before you know it, the daily is going to reset. It is happening, okay? But anyways, yeah, it's up to you. Now, you go back to the same question. Where do you want to be at the end of the year? Me, personally, I'm looking at the macroeconomy. That's number one. What's the macroeconomy doing? Then, you start looking at the assets that we'll talk about here on this channel. Quanti, Kaspa, just me. You start looking at those things, where they're going. And what can you do to capitalize on those things? Because again, I want to have a pile of cash by the time stock market goes down. That's me. I don't know about you, but that's what I want to do. And right now, you still have people who are saying, yeah, they're going to cut rates and we will be printing this and that. I just sit there and laugh. Just sit and laugh. But oh well, it's up to you. You want to maximize your potential. You want to maximize your chances. It's up to you. I cannot do it for you. You have to look at how much you make, divide that into 4, and start. It is never too late. I'm telling you, it's never too late. It's even better when you start in January. Because again, somebody like me, I'm looking at it this way. By the end of March, okay, that my account, I want to have at least, let's say 10 grand. In that account by the end of March. Okay, that's what I want. My savings account, yeah, let's put another 10 grand in there. That's what I want. So I'm going to work to try to do that. And trust me, it is a psychological thing. If you reach $5,000 in your bank account, your mind is going to be different. Trust me, it's going to be different. And don't be like everybody else. Some people usually do it. They get to $5,000. Now they take the whole thing again and try to invest. No, you can't do that. You cannot run before you learn how to crawl. Keep on the grind. Keep it on. Because if you can reach, let's say by the end of the year, I don't know what your possibility, your financial status is, but if you can reach at the end of the year with $5,000 or $10,000 in your bank account, that's great. Now you start the next year with $5,000 or $10,000. Let's say by the middle of next year, you probably be sitting, if you started with 5, you're probably sitting at 10. Now you're going to do it. You take 5 grand, invest, and keep 5 grand in your savings. See? You are now progressing. You are no longer zero. Now you have $5,000 worth of investment and $5,000 in your savings account. See, by the time you end the year, you are going to have 10 grand in your savings and 10 grand worth of investments. See where I'm going? That's why I explained it to you here one day. And I told you, when it comes to investment, it's not a 24 hours thing. It's a 10-year window. 10-year window. From 1 to 3 years, you are not going to see any effect. Many people did not understand it when I was explaining it. And I don't know what language to use for you to be able to see it. 1 to 3 years is going to feel like you are not doing anything. But the most important thing in those 1 to 3 years is consistency. You need to be consistent. Do not stop. That's why me, every 2 weeks, no matter what price is doing, no matter what is happening, I'm buying. Stock market, cryptocurrency, I am buying. So you need to be consistent, because after 3 years, okay, that's when you start to see the effect. For example, if you are, let's just say you've been putting, I'm just throwing out a number out there. Let's just say every 2 weeks you've been putting $500 or $1,000 in there, whatever. After 3 years, you might be looking at your stock account, looking with either $50,000 or $60,000. Then you look at it, be like, whoa, wait a minute. You see? Now, okay, that does not mean you should stop putting money into it. No, that doesn't mean that, because now if you look, depends on what stocks you choose. If you choose one that is paying dividends, now, I don't know, maybe quarterly or yearly dividends, you set it on auto compounding, you start to see that now it took you 3 years to get to that $60,000. But with auto compounding plus you putting money into it, it's not going to take you maybe a year and a half or 2 years to double it. You see? Now, there you start to go, right? That's you add another 2 or 3 years to it. Now you're talking about 5 years, right? In 5 years' time, your stock account might be looking $200,000 or $250,000, and because you're auto compounding, your dividends also go higher. All that started because you say, what? This is 2026. You said it to yourself. This is 2026. At the end of 2026, I want to end with my bank account with more than 10 or 15% of my yearly income saved up. You see? By the time you enter 2027, you have the other double that. 2028, you've gone. Before you know it, by 2030, you have a stock portfolio that looks like a multi-millionaire. You have a savings account that has more than $100,000 in there by the time you reach 2030. It is a simple thing. It's not that easy. I know life will be throwing curveballs at you. Grandma might be calling, Uncle T might be saying something, whatever. But it's still, okay, consistent. You need to be consistent. It's not easy. Trust me, it's not. It's not easy to go from zero to a multi-millionaire status. You're looking at somebody who is trying to get there, and it has never been that easy. Okay? Only that people don't know how to read it. Everybody else is looking at it differently. Well, you might have a different way, which again, I wish you can share it. That way, maybe it's better than what I am doing, and I can copy. Okay? I'm not that stubborn. If there is an easier way for me to go from zero to a multi-millionaire status, well, I'm in. So, that is it. But you have to start with that mindset. There is nothing too big or nothing too little for you to achieve. It has to start with that mindset. Don't let anybody tell you that, you will never do that. No. People are in the world that make $200 a month and still have money to invest. You probably making $3,000 a month. Why don't you have money to invest? You have to look at it. Start by little simple things. Pick up a pen and paper. Ask yourself, where does your money go? Okay? And now you start looking at it. You got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got Spotify, you got this, you got that. Okay, what are those things? Do you really need them? Start cutting them down. You have a cell phone bill that reaches $500 a month. What kind of people are you calling? Go back to a basic cell phone that might cost you $100 a month. So yeah, once you start doing that, that extra money, start putting into your savings. You cannot tell me you don't make enough money to save and enough money to go into investing. That is not possible. The only thing that is holding you back is your own habits. But I'm here to tell you again, you are possible, or you can do it. It's not impossible. You can do it. All you have to do is look at yourself in the mirror and start fixing those little cracks. Okay? Again, if you want to go into crypto, I always say it, and I will say it again. Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, Cash, in that order. Okay? That's what I would do. If you cannot do it, do Kaspa, Cash. Okay? Do that. That's me. If I didn't have that much, I would just do Kaspa and Cash. Okay? But again, you cannot tell me this is 2026 and you're going to end up 2026 in the same level you are right now. Something is not right. Something is not right. If you end up this year and you cannot have 10% or 15% of your yearly salary in your savings and another 10 or 15% of your yearly salary into your investing account, something is not right. So think about it. Okay? That means, listen, 30% of your yearly income should be divided into half in your savings and half into your investing account. Let's try that. Let's compare notes at the end of the year. Let's see where we are. Okay. Anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. Although we already know. Yeah. Yeah. Let's look at crypto bubbles right quick. Let's look at yeah. We're in the bear market, right? Oh my God. We're in the bear market. Well, you will learn. You will learn. Anyways, let's start first with King Kaspa. KAS. Let's have here. For the past hour, 1.1% up, 1.9% down on the day, 1.3% up on the week, 19% down on the month, and 63% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.21 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $17.18 million. Okay? Now we go next with Quant, QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. What do we have here? 0.6% up the last hour, 2.4% up on the day, 10% up on the week, 13.9% down on the month, and 29.4% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.16 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $17.12 million. Okay, we go to the next one, Cubic, high risk, high rewards. And what do we got going on here? 0.3% up the last hour, 2.4% down on the day, laying flat on the week, 13.1% down on the month, and 78.9% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $85.84 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $1.89 million. Now we look at Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin. Okay, let's see what's going on in that camp. 2.1% up the last hour, 2% up on the day, 6.3% up on the week, 9.4% down on the month, and 81.6% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $315.28 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $17.19 million. Now we look at Jonathan's pet Toro. He calls it Bitcoin, and I call it the orange guy. We do have 0.1% up on the last hour, 0.5% down on the day, 2.9% up on the week, 2.2% down on the month, and 6.9% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.80 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $31.59 billion. Now, you look at it, what do you see? I've been telling you, pay attention to the volume. Pay attention to the volume. Volume is still low. Now, by the low volume, meaning price explosion. I told you, it's not going to be like many people think. Listen, they have a very short period to pump the crypto markets. Very short period. And only a few people are going to be able to see it. Okay? Now, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the prices in details. Let's go on Trading View right there. Okay. We have Dixie going up, and we have Bitcoin also going up. Yeah, nah, that's not what we want to see, but hey, let's watch and see. Now, if you go into the charts, we do have here, this is King Kaspa on the hourly, just like I told you. You say, when you trade, you don't need much things. I told you, price breaks out, we always come back to retest that moving average. Like I was saying, yeah, I will be very worried if you don't, but at least we came back. As you can see, price went up, came back, retest the moving average. Now we are bouncing on it. Perfect. That means the bullish momentum is there. Look at the ribbon, green, pointing upwards. That's simple. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy. Now, if you look at it on the 4 hourly, let's look on the 4 hours right quick. What do you see? One hour has reset. Nice. The 4 hourly ribbon has turned green. Okay, and now we are going upwards. We have not tested the moving average yet. Like I always tell you guys, price always goes up to retest to test the moving average. Price always gets attracted to moving average. So when we get there, let's see if it is going to conquer it or if it is going to go down. Do not forget one thing. If Kaspa hit 5 cents, a lot of people will be jumping bridges. That's one thing I can guarantee you. There is a lot of liquidations that is going to happen at 5 cents. So I hope you are not staying on that side of the camp when shit hit the fan. Okay, now we better see it again. Look at it on the daily, because we have the 1 hour reset, we have the 4 hour green. Ribbon has turned green, going upwards. Things are happening. Now if you see, look at on the daily, ribbon has begun to curve. So yeah, everything is playing according to plan. Hopefully you are not my God, everything is playing according to plan. Okay, now that's why I always say, for me, when things are happening like this, anything under 12 cents is nothing but noise. Above that we do have 15 cents, and above that we have 18, 19 cents before we hit all-time high and into price discovery. And there's also another thing that I also found out was like Kaspa right now, it's not 12 cents that we have to be watching. Okay, although I'm not completely sure yet until it happens, but the chart is showing that it's not 12 cents. We have to be watching 10 cents. 10 cents is the major resistance that we have to watch. If you cross it, yeah, fireworks. But anyways, let's continue watching this. Now, let's go next to Quant, QNT, and what do we have here? The banker's coin. See? Quant is on a tear. 1 hour, ribbon is facing upwards. There's no stopping it. It is going. 1 hour is going, ribbon is going up. You have the moving average upwards. There's not even changing. I told you. Well, you it's up to you, right? If you look at it on the 4 hourly, what do you see? Wow, 4 hour has torn it, and is going up crazy. But the same thing, right? We want to see it go up, come back and retest the moving average before going up. So yeah, so far Quant hasn't done that yet. So that's the only thing that gets me a little bit worried about it right now. But hey, we still got time, because another thing that we could see this moving average do this, price come up and then retest it sometime in the coming hours or days, and then go up from there. But anyways, let's sit tight and watch. Now, you look at it on the daily, what do you see? Bam, look at that. Ribbon already curving. By the time this thing turns green, price will be somewhere up here. You will see, because again, price always gets attracted to moving average. It's that simple, right? You're about to see it. Anyways, now, if you look at it, I always say, for me, I'm sitting tight. I'm sitting tight because anything under $125 is nothing but noise. Then you are going to have you 151. From 151, you have you 164 before you start looking at 176. Okay, it's going to happen. And soon enough, you will see all-time high, and Quant will be in price discovery. There is no two ways about this. There's no two ways. Okay, now if you look at Bitcoin, okay, let's see Bitcoin right here. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Whether you like it or not, they are going to pump it. If you zoom out, see, right now we are facing the same resistance, that $90,000 resistance that Bitcoin has not been able to break. But right now, one thing that has changed from previous side is that the ribbon is completely green and is running upwards like a mad cow. That is the difference. And then you can also see that the moving average is also begun to curve upwards. That's something that has changed, different from the past price manipulation. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, you will see the same thing. See, from the past manipulation, look at the ribbon, red zigzagging, but you can see right now 4 hours ribbon has turned green, facing upwards. You can see it. You can also see that the moving average is acting as support instead of resistance as it has been before. Now it is now support. So yeah, everything is moving according to plan. They're going to pump it, and on the daily you see that moving ribbon, it has started to curve. Compare that to the past that wasn't even doing that. Now it has started to curve. And again, if you want to believe different, that is up to you. But hey, keep telling you, they only have a short period of time to make this money. Okay, well, you see it on the site, jump bridges if you want to. I know I'm not supposed to laugh, but yeah. Oh my God. Right now, today I cannot give you daily signals because it's too late. You remember I used to tell you, right? In every trade, there is a before the trade, during the trade, and after the trade. For day signals, I would not recommend you entering a trade right now because it's during the trade. Once everything cools off a little breather, then we start looking for entries if you're a day trader, okay? But anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions, okay? Let's go see how we are doing. But before we do that, please do not get into leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing, because that is the easiest way you can lose your money. Now, if you want to try it, if you want to learn it, you have to learn by trying and error. That's how I learned. But anyways, down below, I do have the links. Bydfi, Phemex, Margex, and Wix Exchange. Follow those links. If you don't follow the link, you're not going to get the money. Follow the links, sign up, okay? After you sign up, meet their deposit requirement, and they will give you free money. You get the free money, please exercise patience. Take $20 out and start trading. Learn how to open a trade, close a trade, put a stop loss, put a trailing stop loss, scale up your trade, scale it down, whatever you want to do, okay? Learn it. If you can turn 20 into $40, 40 into $80, 80 into $90, so on and so forth, then you are ready. If you cannot do it, keep on practicing, okay? Or else, my friend, you will be the newest member of Rec City. And trust me, they always have space for one more. I just hope that one more is not you, okay? Anyways, let's go right quick. Let's start first with my Bydfi. Okay, there you guys already know. I'm trading King Kaspa, Quant, and Jasmine. My overall today, bam, I told you, I'm an aggressive trader. Just 2-3 days ago, this thing was sitting at $4,200. Today, it is sitting at $7,100. Okay, even if you want to refresh it, it will tell you the same thing, right? $7,100. Looking at my contracts, you will see that here, let's see. On my Kaspa, I am up $80, okay? Well, not bad, but oh well, we there, we're doing good, okay? On my Jasmine, I am up $542. See, we are going. And on my Quant, wow, that is very interesting. I was down $5,500. I am still down $3,800, but things are playing okay. Okay. So one thing you will notice is that I trade at 50x and I do not use stop loss. Okay. So you can pause it and look at the video if that's what you want to do. Okay. Anyways, now let's go to the next one, which is going to be Phemex. On Phemex, I am trading King Kaspa, Quant, and Jasmine. Okay. My overall here today is sitting at $3,200 approximately, or $3,300 approximately. And you will see my contracts here. You look at them. On Jasmine, I am up $559. Wow, nice. On Kaspa, barely breaking even, for $49 in profits. And on Quant, I am up $453. The same goes like my Bydfi. I trade at 50x. And I don't use stop loss. You can pause it if that's what you want to do, and then you can check out my videos. You can check out my numbers. That's if that's what you're interested in doing. Now, last but not the least, Wix Exchange. On Wix Exchange, I am trading Cubic, King Kaspa, and Quant. My overall today, as you guys can see, is sitting at $2,300 approximately. Wow, we went from $700. Like I told you, right? Anyways, if you look at my contracts, you will see that here, okay, on Cubic, I am up $27. Okay, it's just the beginning. $27 we're up. On Quant, we are up $383 approximately, and on Kaspa, we are just breaking even, just down $8. Okay, the same thing with everything else. I trade at 50x and I don't use stop loss. You can pause it and you can look at it if that's what you wish to do. Okay, now we go to the last thing. Although it is the weekend, we are not going to have much there. Is Acorn. Acorn is what I'm using to teach my kid how to trade on the stock market and how to trade on ETFs. As you guys can see, we started this thing, me and him. He's 9 years old. We started this a couple of weeks ago. As you guys can see, he's up today $692. If a 9-year-old can do this, grown as you definitely can do it too. Because again, this is not something that they teach them in school. I'm trying to show my son how life works. Okay, I think it's my duty and it's my job to show my son how this thing works. Okay. If you go look at his portfolio, you will see that here, not much is going to change during the weekend, like yesterday, because, hey, market is not open. But, hey, we are still up 3.29%. And on the stocks, there's no point of opening it up. On stocks market, we are up 553, and on bonds and ETF, we are up $138. So yeah, he's doing pretty good. I really like the way everything is playing out for him. Okay, but anyways, there you have it. It is a new year. Do resolutions. Make sure, okay, that at the end of the year, you end the year with 15% of your yearly income in your savings account, and another 15% of your yearly income in your investment account. You can thank me later. It's a simple but straight strategy. Trust me, it's not impossible. You can do this. If I believe you can, you have to believe in yourself. The only thing you have to do is stay consistent. Stay consistent and you will achieve it. Okay? Thank you so much again for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Don't forget to like. It only take you a second. And drop me a comment. If you don't have anything positive to say, drop me an emoji. But if you want me to answer to your questions or comment in the next question and answers, yeah, drop me a nice comment or whatever doubt you might be having. Okay. Also, don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we can see these videos and the family can grow. Until I see you in my next one, my friends, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Let's make this money. Bye.